Ano nga ba ang sabihin ng RFO or Ready for Occupancy Unit? In this video, pag-uusapan natin kung ano ba talagang ibig sabihin ng RFO, ano mga advantages, and also mga things to consider kapag nag-a-avail ka ng isang Ready for Occupancy Units. But before I proceed, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Armand Cruz, and I'm a real estate salesperson who does house tours and also tip videos for first-time home buyers and also mga soon-to-be investors or real estate investors. So, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and also like this post and hit the notification bell para ma-update ka sa mga panibagong videos ko. So, recently kasi, ang dami-dami kong nakukuha mga inquiries all about RFO or Ready for Occupancy Units. Pero napapansin ko, nagkakaroon ng confusion between RFO and pre-selling. So ngayon, sa video na to, kaya ako nag-decide na gumawa ng video na to para mabigyan linaw kung ano nga ba ang RFO. Ang RFO, which stands for Ready for Occupancy, ay mga ready-made na mga bahay or condo. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga bahay na makikita mong nakatayo na or mga condos na mga nakatayo na. So ano nga bang advantage ng pag-avail ng isang RFO unit? As compared to pre-selling, sa RFO kasi, you have lesser waiting time para ma-avail mo yung unit or makuha mo yung unit. Dahil yung RFO unit is already fully constructed and yung buong development niya or yung buong condo or subdivision is already developed. Ibig sabihin, makikita mo na talaga or readily available na talaga yung unit and also yung village. At the same time, since ready for occupancy ang nakuha mo, yung mga amenities nito is readily available na or magagamit mo na. Another advantage na nakikita ko sa pag-avail ng isang RFO is you can move in or makakalipat ka na as soon as you are able to fulfill yung required down payment and also yung mga paperworks na kailangan. Whether you're buying a property from a developer or maybe an owner, as long as makompleto mo lahat ng documents na kailangan nila and also mabayaran mo yung required down payment or required payment, pwede ka na makamove in as soon as possible. Siyempre, if you pay cash, mas mabilis ka makakamove in. Isa pang kagandahan ng paghuha ng RFO unit is you can already inspect the unit. The thing is, the difference between an RFO unit and also pre-selling is kapag nag-a-avail ka ng isang pre-selling unit, if you go to your broker or trusted salesperson, ang pinipresent nila sa inyo usually is artist perspectives of the property that they are selling. For example, if you're buying a condo, ang papakita niya sa iyo is yung layout niya. If you're buying a house and lot, pwedeng bigyan ka niya ng picture ng facade niya, picture ng layout, lalagyan niya rin ng konting drawing para ma-visualize mo kapag may gamit na. So, most of the time, pag bumibili ka ng pre-selling, ang nangyayari is they're just showing you pictures or yung magiging potential na magiging itsura niya in the near future. If you're buying our RFO unit, you can actually go to the unit and inspect it personally. Hindi mo na kailangan tumingin ng picture, hindi mo na kailangan tumingin sa video. You can actually go there, visit the actual house or condo, and actually see yung mga finishes niya. Do you like the finish? Gusto mo ba yung mga flooring niya? Gusto mo ba yung color ng walls niya? Gusto mo ba yung mga ginamit na materials dito sa bahay? So makikita mo na talaga. And isa pang gusto ko with readily made house na ini-inspect mo, pwede mo na ma-imagine kung anong pwede mong ilagay dun sa bahay. So at the same time, you're also planning or you get to plan kung ano mga pwede mong ilagay dun sa unit mo once you get the RFO unit. Another advantage of getting an RFO unit is yung utilities natin are usually readily available. When you're purchasing a pre-selling condo, since it's ongoing construction, kapag ito turnover pa lang sa'yo or pag na-turnover na siya, minsan, kayo pa mismo yung mag-a-apply or magpapakonnect ng Meralco or also mga water connections. Kapag kumuha ka ng RFO, usually meron na talagang running electricity, meron na ring water bill yan, paminsan, pag siniswerte, meron na ring internet. Ang mangyayari, kapag na-move in or nakuha mo ng unit, ililipat na lang yung lahat ng utilities under your name. So yun yung kagandahan niya, hindi ka na naghihintay or hindi ka na maghihintay. Isa pa rin kasing concern with the pre-selling property, especially if ngayon kasi, most of Filipinos are work from home, yung internet kasi doesn't mean na readily available siya kaagad. Kapag na-turnover yung property and also dinidevelop pa lang, usually, ang internet provider or isang, kunyari, PLDT man yan, or Converge, or kung anumang local company yan sa probinsya nyo or sa area nyo, saka lang sila pumapasok after 2 years. Kasi usually, hinihintayin nila dumami yung mga subscribers, yung magiging potential market nila, bago sila pumasok. So, hindi automatic na pre-selling ang binili mo, meron na kaagad internet. Okay, minsan wala pang tubig. Okay? So, last advantage ng isang RFO property para sa akin is you get to feel yung lifestyle and also you get to see the community. Kasi for me, if you're a growing family and also or maybe you're a retiree or you're a new couple, syempre meron mga kanya-kanyang needs yan or may mga kanya-kanyang gustong type of lifestyle yan dun sa property na binibili nila. So, if you are checking out a developed property or a unit na RFO siya, you can already get a feel if this area or if this development or yung kapitbahay mo ba, gusto mo ba? So, hindi ka na nagsa-second guess. Unlike sa pre-selling, hindi mo pa sigurado. Ang pwede mo na lang gawin if you're buying a pre-selling property is you can always check yung mga previous developments niya. Especially if you're buying an established developer or meron ng mga previous na mga ginawang projects yung developer na pinagbibilhan mo. Ngayon, there are things that you should consider before purchasing a ready for occupancy property. Kasi syempre, since it's ready for occupancy, sobrang magkaiba sila ni pre-selling. For example, number 1, isang thing that you have to consider kapag purchasing a ready for occupancy property is usually it's more expensive compared to when you avail a pre-selling property. So ito yung isang main difference niya. Like what I said from my previous video, kapag nag-a-avail ka ng isang pre-selling property, it's usually 20 to 50% lower as compared to you getting a ready-made house. Dahil, if you get a ready-made house, usually, nagkaroon na ng mga property appreciation yan through time. For example, meron akong isang hawk na property, which is 3 years ago, ang cost niya to buy a single attached house was only 2.8 million. Fast forward 3 years from now, by the way, yung 2.8 na yun, wala pang nakatayong kalsada, wala ka pa talaga makita, walang amenities, walang guardhouse, walang landscaping, walang anything. Okay? Fast forward 3 years, after magkaroon niya ng sariling roads, magkaroon ng poste ng Meralco, magkaroon ng mga streetlights, magkaroon ng amenities, and also ng clubhouse, yung price na niya from 2.8 naging 4.3 million. So, kung kukumbitin it, that's more than 40% increase compared to you getting a pre-selling. So, that's the thing that you have to consider if you're getting an RFO. You're getting it more expensive compared to if kumuha ka way back ng pre-selling. Another thing that you have to consider when getting a ready for occupancy unit is you should at least put up or pay upfront 5 to 20% down payment. Pero there are times na minsan you have to pay more. It depends on the appraisal of the bank. I'm talking in the perspective also na kapag bumibili ka na dun sa mismong may-ari. If you're buying it from the developer, usually 5 to 20% yung down payment mo kasi usually they have partnership with banks so yung bank, pag nagpa-approve ng loan dun sa accredited or partner bank nila, they can give you a good appraisal. Pero what if you're buying a property from an owner and yung price niya wala masyadong basis or hindi niya pina-appraise. So, by the time na niloan nyo sa bangko, ang laki ng difference sa loan. So, may babayaran kang mas malaki yung babayaran mo. So, if you're buying a ready for occupancy property, you should be ready with the down payment. If you're not ready with the down payment, you should be aware na meron ng mga ibang developers na pumapayag with terms. At the most na pwedeng ibigay ng developer for ready for occupancy para mabayaran mo yung down payment niya, yung nakita ko is up to 18 months. Pero on the regular, ang binibigay lang ng isang developer or minsan pumapayag din may-ari, at the most na binibigay is 12 months. The least is 3 months. So for example, if you're getting a property na worth 3 million and you have to pay 20% of that, which is amounting to 600,000, ibig sabihin, if ang binigay na term sa'yo ng developer is just 3 months or no owner is 3 months, you have to pay 200,000 per month para ma-avail mo yung property or ma-fulfill mo yung down payment. Another thing that you have to consider when availing a ready for occupancy property is before ka maka-move in, syempre, i-require ng developer na mabayaran sila ng buo. Ibig sabihin, if you're just paying a down payment of 20%, yung balance will go to the bank or pag-ibig, the developer or the owner will wait for the loan release. Syempre, they want their property to be paid for before they release the title to you. So you have to be aware of that. And yun yung isang reason kaya minsan tumatagal yung move-in ng isang property buyer. Minsan, for banks, from experience, ang nakita ko at the most, ang title transfer from approval to title transfer, it takes 2 to 3 months. Pinakamatagal na yung 4 months. Depende dun sa galaw ng salesperson mo or ng broker mo. For pag-ibig, you have to be aware kasi ang dami pong mga nagsasabi sa akin nila gusto nilang pag-ibig. If you're buying an RFO sa pag-ibig, unless partner ni pag-ibig yung developer, hindi kayo agad-agad makaka-move in. Kasi usually for pag-ibig, it takes 6 to 8 months. Okay? Depende sa galaw nga nung magka-transfer and also galaw nyo kung makapag-provide nyo yung mga documents. Pero yun yung isang things to consider. Baka medyo, okay, ini-expect mo makaka-move in ka agad, may pang down payment ka, pero yung loan release pala matagal, so hindi ka rin pala agad-agad makaka-move in. So you have to consider that. Another consideration is, when buying an R4 units is usually limited yung selection. Ibig sabihin, for example, in a condo, the total number of units in the condo is 500 and ang RFO units is, let's say, 3. Eh, itong 3 units na to scattered. Hindi mo sigurado or hindi na sila yung tulad ng pre-selling na makakapili ka pa. Especially if na-timingan mo na kaka-open ng development, makakapili ka pa ng location. Eto, don't expect that when you're buying an R4 unit, makakapili ka pa ng sobrang gandang location. If you are in dire need to move in or makalipat ka agad, never expect that you will get the best location. Pero syempre, we are always hopeful na makukuha natin yung best. Okay? Pero mahirap makahanap even if you're buying from yung mga property owners, yung mga direct owners na may sa kanila yung bahay. Syempre, kunyari, isa lang. Sa area, kunyari, sa subdivision, isa lang yung nagbebenta ng bahay or dalawa. Yun lang yung choices mo. Hindi mo naman pwedeng offeran yung mga property owners na, kunyari, ito, hindi naman siya nagbebenta. Hindi mo naman pwedeng bilhin yun kasi nga hindi naman siya for sale. Okay, and then the last thing that you have to consider when buying a ready for occupancy unit is usually it's on an as-is, where-is basis. Ibig sabihin, whatever you see in the unit, they will not repair it, or they will not repaint it, or they will not change anything about it. Kapag binili mo na siya, for example, 3 million property, tapos meron siya mga ganitong concerns, or meron ganito na talaga siya, whatever you see there, yun na yung makukuha mo. So, the one thing that you should do when availing a ready for occupancy property is you make sure you do your due diligence or you check out the property itself. You make sure na yung property is maayos before shelling out money or putting out a down payment. So, yun lang. I hope I was able to explain to you better kung anong sabihin ng isang RFO unit or isang ready for occupancy property. Kasi nga, with my agents and also yung mga colleagues ko and also ako personally, there is a lot of room for us agents or sellers to educate yung mga property buyers. Kasi hindi nila alam kung anong difference eh. Minsan, ini-expect nila na kapag bumili ka ng RFO, parehas na parehas siya ng terms with pre-selling na pwede kang pwede kang mag-terms. Ang tawag kasi doon, rent to own. Pero ngayon kasi, sa panahon ngayon, bihira na lang talaga yung mag-rent to own. And usually, mataas yung babayaran mo na monthly kapag nag-rent to own ka. So, yun lang. I hope I was able to help you. If you have more questions about ready for occupancy units or pre-selling units, kindly comment down below. Or you can email me and also send me a message through Viber and also in Facebook. So that's all. I hope you learned a lot in this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell para ma-update ka with more videos from me. Bye guys! Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye!